Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Before anything else, tune up. So, really cool lesson today. I noticed a lot of stuff I've been doing has been on the classical for very basic techniques, or it's been on the electric. But I didn't want to neglect you acoustic players out there, so I thought I'd show you something in case you're feeling a little discouraged, and something to get you excited about, something you can start practicing now. So what I hope to do is teach you some strumming patterns and a couple chords. Okay, so I'm going to be using one chord for the majority of this, and that's an E minor. So what that's going to be is on my neck here, I'm going to fret open on the E string, so nothing there on the top E. Right below that on the A, I'm going to hit 2 with my middle finger, and right below that with my ring finger, 2 again. So altogether, those three strings sound like this. And with all the strings, kind of Spanish. Okay, so here's the basic pattern. So I'm holding that E minor, and I'm doing this, hitting that bass group of strings first, and letting that ring as I'm playing the rest of my strumming pattern. Down, down, up, 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 down. Down, down, up, 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 down. Down, down, up, 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 down. Down, down, up, up, down. Okay, so another thing to keep in mind as you're doing this is you can kind of see I'm accenting some notes. Some parts of the strum, I mean. So what accenting is for instance, if I hold this note right here and I do this, it all sounds the same, right? But if I accent that first note, it sounds like this. It sounds different. It's different than the others. That's what it means by it's accented. So it can be louder or softer. So what we're going to do in our strum pattern is we're going to kind of alternate our accents. So the first accent in your strum is kind of those 3 strings. The next one should be the higher strings. So you kind of play louder on certain parts, and it gives that strumming pattern a lot of character. And this is something, as you mess around with it and make up your own strumming patterns and switch between chords, you're just going to come up with your own recipe for your own style. And but this is just a very basic thing to kind of get you on the right road to getting the feeling in your wrist. And that's a big part of it, is having that kind of really feeling that groove and just feeling it in your wrist. I'm holding that E the whole time. That's all I'm doing. So it's really fun to just switch between chords and kind of practice those basic principles. So for instance, another chord besides that E is a D, and it's pretty simple. So what it is on the G string, we're going to hold 2 with our pointer finger. Below that on the B, we're going to hold 3 with our ring. And below that, the very last string, the high E string, we're going to hold 2 again with our middle. So 2, 3, 2. 2, 3, 2. This is going down. 2 on the G, 3 on the B, 2 on the high E. That's a D chord. You can switch it up between the E and the D or any other chords you have in mind. I'm just using those because they're pretty simple ones. So here we are, back at the E minor. playing guitar. And you're playing guitar, and it's that easy. So it's a very basic strum pattern. There's 2 chords for you to switch in and out of, and you know about accenting, about kind of switching, you know, what parts get louder in your strumming pattern. And there's tons of strumming patterns out there. Go on YouTube, look up different videos, and look up, you know, folk acoustic or whatever it is you're into, whether it's Spanish stuff or country stuff, whatever. So that's a very basic video for you guys. So this one's kind of on strumming. My next video, I think I'm going to do something for all you finger players out there who want to get more into finger picking. So practice this and have fun. Remember that playing the guitar is a joy, and that's why you're doing this. Whether it's because you want to make a career out of it, that's fine. Whether it's because you want to come home and drink a beer on your porch while you strum some stuff, that's perfectly fine too. And just remember, it's not homework, it's not work, it's a joy all the time. And I want to end with this before I forget. This can go towards electric guitar players as well, but mainly I think acoustic players are going to feel it more. Your fingers are going to hurt. When you're new on the guitar, your fingers are going to hurt. You're going to have an issue with pressing down a lot harder than you need to. Eventually in time, after your hand is so tired from holding these chords, you're going to learn to relax and not have to press so hard. You just need to press hard enough just to make contact with the fretboard. That's it. And when your fingers get sore, here's my advice. Every guitar player is going to tell you, oh, in time your fingers are going to callous. That's true, but a lot of guitar players, especially new ones, once their fingers get sore, they stop. They stop at any sign of pain. Okay, I'm going to give it a break, and they might pick it up in a few days, and their calluses don't really build. So here's my advice from my personal experience. Play till your fingers hurt, okay? If they hurt, continue to play till they feel like, oh man, these are blisters, it really hurts, I really should stop. Then stop, okay? Give it a day or two, press on the fretboard and see how it feels. If it's unbearable, which it shouldn't be, maybe give it another day. But if it's tolerable but still hurts a little, play. And you should have your calluses built up within a week. You really need to push your fingers to the limit to get those calluses built up, and that's what a lot of guitar players won't tell you. So a lot of people are expecting things to get easier, and they never do, and their hands are constantly tired from pressing down so hard, and their fingers are hurt. But the more you push yourself in the beginning, I believe, you're going to come to a sooner understanding of what makes it easier to play and how to advance quicker and just how to get better at your craft. So continue to play, have fun, keep watching my videos. I appreciate it so much, seeing all the views go up all the time. It really makes me so happy. Have fun.